In this lecture, we're going to talk about how to design web pages using Weebly. Designing web pages on Weebly is simply a matter of combining your knowledge of customizing your theme and creating a layout or using a layout template. Each page on your Weebly site can have a different layout or the same layout. That's up to you and your specific design needs. You can also have the freedom to use different font colors on each of your pages. But remember that font families are controlled in the theme settings. Therefore, your options to change the font family for each page are limited. In order to start building pages, we go to Edit Site, and then we click on the Pages icon, and you immediately see all of the pages that you currently have on your website. By default, most of Weebly's themes come with 3 pages already designed: Home, About, and Contact. You can delete or rearrange these pages as you see fit. In addition, you can add pages by clicking on the large plus sign besides the page headline on the gray panel to the left of the screen. The button is here as I am showing you on the screen. Click on the button and you have several options to edit a page. In order to access the options, click on the title of the page that you want. So let's go back to frequently asked questions. And what you see are your editing options that are currently displayed here on the gray panel. Now let's look at what each option will allow you to do. Page name. Of course, the page name section allows you to change the name of your page. Simply click in the text box and make the changes that you wish to make. So in this case, let's add an S. Perhaps a lowercase s will look better. Alright, the next thing that you can do is the hide in navigation option. A link to each page that you create in Weebly can be viewed in the menu on your site. The hide in navigation button will remove this link. So, if I click in the hide in navigation button on this screen, you notice now that frequently asked questions, or FAQs, is now missing from my navigation on my home page. Now let's undo that because I don't want to use that option, and then you see FAQs come back. The next option is the header option. Weebly offers a few different options. You can indicate that a page is a header page. You can indicate whether or not it's visible to the public, whether or not this page requires a password, or whether or not you have allocated members or groups in advance. And we also have the SEO settings. The SEO settings are for advanced features, and probably you won't need to use them in the web design class because they deal more with search engine results, indexing, coding, and so on. Just in case though, if you are interested in working with these, they are there available for you. The other thing we notice in the header is we can specify we have a header or no header, and then we have this third option called splash. When I first saw this, I wondered what a splash page is. I wasn't familiar with the term, so I looked it up in Google, and it says the page of a website that the user sees before being given the option to continue to the main page of the site. Splash pages are used to promote a company, service, or product, or are used to inform the user of what kind of software or browser is necessary in order to view the rest of the site's pages. So, if you have a need for a splash page, here's the place where you would create that, identify that your page that you've just created is a splash page.